Who is Yeat and how did he take over? I've tried listening to 3 Yeat songs. I've listened to Money So Big, and that's the only one I liked. I didn't like Turban. I didn't like the other one I listened to. It sounded like a whole bunch of nonsense. But Money So Big was so good. I was like, I got to learn more about this guy. But I'm not hopping into his discography. Go ahead, Link. Tell me what Yeat song I should listen to if I like Money So Big. Anyways, how Yeat took over, the evolution of Yeat. Let's get into it. Shout out
Most
Mighty
talked about
Balls.
artist right now. I've never seen an artist with more viral songs on TikTok, and he even has his music in
Well,
the
school
show
W.
Euphoria. His music
Hey,
has
that's
been doing
good.
crazy numbers, and as you can tell by this multitude of
good.
metrics, he's only going up from here.
That's
I
good.
wholeheartedly believe that his new album that's coming out, Too Alive, is going to make him mainstream. But to most people, it just seems like Yeat came out of nowhere, especially because of how fast
He came out of nowhere. How you so steady with
he
it?
blew up, with some people even calling him an industry plant. So
Industry
it's
plant.
left everyone wondering, how did Yeat take over the rap game? So instead of boring you with the same information that every single Yeat video on YouTube is
Ooh, shots fired. I'm glad I didn't watch those videos because I gotta come to the Maddie channel to find out the real scoop.
copied from the OGM interview, I scoured the internet to find everything about Yeat's progression pre-2021, and I even found what might be his first song.
Okay.
So starting off in 2017, that's the year that Yeat began his career, and it honestly seemed like a pretty good start. From what I've discovered, he built relationships with artists and producers throughout the year, and he had a decent little fan base. For example, he had a song with Austin Skinner called Collateral. He also had another song with Big Baby Gucci, who's another pretty popular artist right now, and the song was pretty fire.
What is it?
Collateral. He also had another song with Big Baby Gucci.
This nigga Yeat just bought a cucumber jewel and I don't know what to do with Shorty.
Who's another pretty popular artist right now, and
What?
the song was pretty fire.
Hey, 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 hey.
I'm assuming Big Baby Gucci and the other artists
That shit sounded pretty good.
that he worked with were a lot smaller at the time,
Find me more Yeat songs like that and Money So Big, and I'm gonna be happy.
and they formed relationships relatively naturally, although it's impossible to tell for sure without going back in time. Anyway, Yeat wasn't too bad right off the bat. All the songs and snippets I heard from 2017 were pretty solid, especially for it being his first year of music. He still sounded pretty similar to how he does now, just with a slightly worse mix and pretty basic beats. And after hours of digging, I was even able to find what might be his first song, and at the very least it was one of his earliest songs.
I don't need no help, I don't need no friends, I ain't saying it again, I say it again.
Damn, he a little bit sound like X, but you could tell this is. I ain't got no good microphone. I'm just trying to make it. I like that.
I don't need no help, I don't need
You
no
can tell this like some fresh shit, like out of mom's basement type shit.
friends, I ain't saying it again, I ain't saying it again. I don't need no help.
Not too bad for one of your first songs.
Yeah, not too bad,
Unfortunately, though,
honestly.
every other song I can find from 2017 that he made or was featured on,
Deleted?
such as this one, is
What the fuck?
deleted. I'm assuming he had a decent bit of buzz going into 2018 because of how seemingly known he was going to be the next year. 2018 was a very good year for Yeat's progression. One of his first songs from 2018 was featuring Big Baby Gucci and Draco McCoy called No Pressure. I found one of his now deleted songs from 2018 called Young Slime, and honestly it's still pretty fire.
Look, baby, can make it, no black and I beat it, eat it, this lemonade drip is so tragic, automatic, wish you had it, yellow moon live on my mattress, y'all motherfuckers don't have it.
I heard he just
I don't know how I feel about that. Well, not terrible, but I don't know how I feel about that.
recently deleted it, but I would totally listen to the song if it was still on streaming services today. I also believe that 2018 was the year that he got management that had industry connections. Those managers would be Jay Rich, who I'm not sure still manages him, but Yeat does still follow him, and Lil Nextel, who is still a manager for Yeat. Lil Nextel, oddly enough, had been working with artists like X, Ski, and the rest of Members Only back in 2016.
Word.
He also works for Pop Smoke, so I'm assuming
Word.
he's the one who
Oh, he valid.
helped Yeat get industry connections with artists like Nestle,
100%
and
valid.
Streamcut, which he would utilize throughout the rest of 2018. Speaking of industry connections,
Nestle.
Big Baby Gucci mentioned on Twitter Yeat signing a big deal in 2018, which
It was real. I promise. Source. Trust me, bro.
must have been in reference to Yeat working with Streamcut, since they would release his next 2 projects after Deep Blue Strips. Yeat dropped a few more singles before dropping his first tape called Deep Blue Strips on September 20th of 2018. Deep Blue Strips was was only 3 songs, and honestly it wasn't too bad for a first tape, especially since he was just getting into music. I found an Elevator article from 2018 on the same day he dropped his first project that gives a little more insight on Yeat's come up. Because of this article, I believe sometime in 2017 was a time that he was transitioning from Lil Yeat to Yeat. The article also mentioned that his name was a combination of the words Yeat and Heat, although I'm not sure if that's entirely true since he never mentioned it in his most recent interview, but it's possible that he confirmed it back then. A month later, he dropped what I believe is his first music video for the song Brink off of his tape Deep Blue Strips, since Brink was the biggest song off of that project.
2019.
Yeat started off 2019 strong by dropping a project on January 9th, and it was called Wake Up Call. He released it with Streamcut, the company I just previously mentioned. It sounded like a mashup of a lot of mainstream beats with Yeat's unique voice on top. If you don't feel like listening to it, just imagine Yeat over some Lil Uzi or Travis Scott type of beats.
That doesn't sound too bad, honestly.
On July 18th of 2019, he dropped his third project called Different Creature. This was also released with Streamcut. On this project, you could really see his signature flows being
I'm digging that
called Different.
I'm digging that art, bro. We got the demon shadow.
Different Creature. This was also released with Streamcut. On this project, you could really see his signature flows being developed, but he was still lacking the crazy production, the vocal inflections, and the ad-libs that we all know and love today. One of my favorite songs off this album.
This was before the change.
Album is called Goat Emoji, where he says in the beginning, "I'm speaking goat," and then makes a bunch of goat noises throughout the chorus.
I'm speaking goat.
Oh my goodness.
One of my favorite things about
I think it might be better if he didn't put the goat emoji. And if he didn't make it so obvious he was imitating goat. Like if it was just the song with the goat goat sound effect, I think it would have popped off. But because he made it so obvious, it didn't, in my opinion. Like this reminds me of Roddy Ricch the Box, you know, you're like, what the fuck is that? What is that? And then later on, Roddy was like, yeah, I did that with my voice. So if that was just in the background and he played like he wasn't like, yeah, I'm making a goat noise. People be like, what the fuck is that? Is he making like a car skirt off sound? Like what the fuck is this? What the fuck is that?
One of my favorite things about Yeat, and it's kind of demonstrated by this song, is that he just has like a lot of personality, and he does demonstrate it throughout his music. Even though he's rapping a lot about drugs, guns, and girls like a lot of other people, he still finds ways to make it pretty funny and put his personality into the music. It's not too hard to find a very entertaining Yeat.
All this water that sit on me collect like Hoover Dam. In the strip club, no Madagascar, I like the way that she move it, yeah. That's a stupid ass bar.
Yeat bar. And then finally at the end of 2019, on December 27th, Yeat dropped the album I'm So Me. This project was again another big improvement of his quality. His mixes got better, and it seemed like he was experimenting with those amazing ad-libs that we know and love today. He also continued to sharpen his flows on this album, and I believe that this was his first album without assistance from Streamcut, since they aren't credited anywhere on the album. Again, I can't speak for his numbers since there's not really a great way to check how many followers and stuff he had back then. However, it's safe to assume that he was still steadily growing his fan base, as he also had a few industry connections. Just wanted to pop in real quick to say, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to leave a like, and if you're really enjoying, make sure to subscribe for more hip-hop and music related content.
All right, you got me, Maddie. Shit.
2020 is when I believe that Yeat really hit his stride musically. The music he was putting out was way better than before, and he continued growing. I think the song Nobu, which unfortunately is only on SoundCloud, shows off perfectly how much he developed his sound.
This sounds like the Yeat that I've listened to.
He dropped a bunch of singles and 2 small EPs, quite the contrast to how much music he would drop in 2021. And for some reason, pretty much all the music he dropped in 2020 is only available on SoundCloud. Maybe he was just stocking up music for the next year.
Apparently working on Different Creature too, but had issues with the label.
Not really sure. Vocally though, Yeat had his sound down. His voice has always been unique, but he had some of the most well-mixed and energetic songs that I've heard so far at this point. His ad-libs also evolved from regular ad-libs to reverb heavy melodies that would pan from ear to ear, making you feel as if you were in the song. His beat selection would also improve a ton this year, as the beats he would hop on would be more unique compared to what he was hopping on before. Again, like I said, I'm not exactly sure how popular Yeat was at this time, but there's no doubt he had a pretty decent sized fan base, especially because of the sort of people that he was collaborating with at the time, such as underground legends Summers, Autumn, and a few others. I'm sure most of you watching this video are familiar with Yeat's work from 2021, so I'm not going to touch
I'm not at all. I just know Money So Big
on it too much. 2021 is
Turban.
the year that Yeat blew up,
I didn't like
originally from
Turban.
songs like Sorry About That and Get Busy, but by the end of the
None of
year,
that.
half of his
None of
album
those
Up to Me
songs.
would be dominating the internet, TikTok especially. I personally found him from Get Busy, and I filmed a reaction video a while back. If you guys want to see that reaction video, make sure to click the card in the top right. I'm not gonna lie, I was sleeping for quite a bit, but when Up to Me dropped, his music really grew on me, and now I'm glad I finally checked him out. In 2021, he dropped 3 20+ song albums and a 4-song EP. He also had tons of other singles released on SoundCloud as well. This was by far Yeat's biggest year, as he had one of the quickest rises to fame we have seen in a
Went from chilling with the homies to chilling with I'll Steal Your Clout Poppy.
while in the hip-hop community. I've seen a few people throwing around the industry plant accusations, but not too many. But as I showed in this video, Yeat has been grinding for years, and he finally got his big break. I wholeheartedly believe his next album is going to shoot him straight to the mainstream, and I'm very excited. By the time this video gets out, it's possible Yeat's album may have dropped, but as I'm seeing right now, we have a confirmed Young Thug feature, we have a Gunna feature, we have a SoFago feature possibly. This album's looking super awesome, and I'm really excited to hear it when it drops. Anyways, this has been Manny Balls. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.
So that, I mean, he took over because he was steady grinding, getting better, coming up with his own flows, his own sound, and the fan base carried him. So that's good. Shout out to the fan base. Yeat wouldn't be where he is now if it wasn't for y'all. So that's really good. I love to see that. He went from the other. I hope he's still, at least trying to help out his underground homies that helped him get there. That'd be some dope shit. But yeah, I don't listen to Yeat like that. I only listen to Money So Big. Honestly, it's a catchy song. I like it, but I don't know. Give me some more songs like Money So Big and like the song I heard earlier. I don't know where it's at, but I'm not gonna take y'all time up because I don't edit these. So yeah, I mean, I think Yeat pretty cool, but I don't know any song that's like, yeah, this is the shit right here. Well, Money So Big, I'm like, this is the shit right here, but I don't have a big list of Yeat songs. So let me know some actually good Yeat songs. I don't like Turban, so don't give me no shit that sound like Turban. I don't like it. But something like Money So Big, I'm fucking with. Anyways, it's your boy Miss. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.